the story now. The ANC's Ehlanzeni Regional Conference, currently underway in White River, Mpumalanga, is expected to be highly contested. Former MEC Gillion Mashego, who is part of the Ngci lobby group, will go head-to-head with former Deputy Secretary of the ANC in the region, Mweli, who belongs to the quote-unquote focus lobby group. Now, the Ngci lobby group has already lost the provincial conference as well as the Ngci regional conference, and would want to come out strongly in Ehlanzeni. For the latest on the story, let's bring in Mweli Masilela, who's watching it for us. It was the provincial elective conference that was held largely as a great success there, Mweli. It's now day 2 of the conference you're watching for us today. How's that going?
Yes, indeed, Ayanda, it's day 2 of the regional conference here at Ehlanzeni, and as you have rightly put it, indeed, many have said that, including the president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, actually hailed leaders of the ANC in the province for holding a successful conference, because many people expected that there will be challenges considering the incidents that happened before that conference was held. And what we have seen is that there's been 2 dominant lobby groups in the ANC in the province. There's been that Ngci lobby group as well as the focus group. And in all these conferences that have already been held, or where leadership has been announced after voting, we've seen that the focus lobby group has actually shown that they are dominant, because most of the people that have emerged belong to that lobby group. But this regional conference, Ayanda, is very important, because this is where also the deputy president of the ANC, David Mabuza, comes from. So many people are interested to see as to whether this particular conference will come with results similar to those of the provincial conference and what we have seen in the Ngci region. But let me bring in the deputy chairperson of the ANC in the province. His name is Mweli Masilela. We've seen that it looks like there's been quite a number of challenges here, because the expectation was that this regional conference will start yesterday, but it looks like it's only opening today. If you can just give us an indication as to what exactly happened.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and greetings to the people. Indeed, there was a delay on the registrations of delegates since yesterday, particularly on the alterations of delegates. This is what delayed the conference until late, and we realized that it was late to start the conference. The best is to start the conference today, where everybody has been accredited, everybody is present in the meeting.
These delays, are they not a result of what many people are talking about, to say that it looks like there will be a fierce contest here in as far as those candidates that are running, especially for the top position of chairperson, are concerned?
Look, there's been nominations of delegates, and the package manual that we have provided, you're not able to remove any name unless there is a particular reason. And the reason first must come from the person that got removed. Secondly, it must come from the branch that indicates this reason why this individual must be removed. So therefore, we have to follow all those procedures, go to the books, manual, nominations of the branches, so that we can determine exactly why there's alterations in that case. So we didn't attest to any other reasons, except what I'm saying, that we went through that process and were certain that so far we hope the conference is going to go well, and our delegates are already available in the conference. We're about to start.
If you can maybe tell me more about those alterations of names, who has requested for that, and why at this point in time, because already we're assuming that the conference will get underway.
There are a number of reasons that they brought to our attention. Some they've got some family bereavement, some they've got weddings, some they've got different commitments. Those are said to be the delegates. Now that process itself, as we change it, that process must be followed to the latter. Remember, as we change the name of a person who's supposed to be in the conference, is not in the conference, we must first call that individual. He or she must confirm that definitely knows the changes. Then we have to look the person that is following, and that person must be phoned as well, so that she or he can come and attend the conference.
And then lastly, are we guaranteed that we'll have a smooth and peaceful conference now, considering that already there are those issues that you are still ironing out?
Oh yes, no, those issues were ironed out yesterday night. So far we're fine. I think this morning Our process of security is always delaying the entrance there, but we are certain that this conference goes smooth like many conferences of the provinces that we already gone through.
All right, and this is a very last question. Considering the fact that there is this issue I've been talking about, that the Focus lobby group versus the Ngci lobby group, it looks like on the Focus side, there hasn't been inclusivity, like accommodating the other members of the ANC who lost, especially looking into the provincial conference as well as the Khatsibande conference. What is it that you're going to do as a newly elected leadership to ensure that those other comrades, comrades of yours who lost are not left out?
Well, look, the Constitution doesn't accommodate what we call factions. The Constitution of the ANC simply says there will be elections, and the will of the majority will always prevail. Those are elected, they must lead all of us. As the PEC elected, we no longer have Ngci or Focus. We've got the members of ANC that were expected to lead them, irrespective who was supporting who at that time. What therefore means all the lobby groups must be disbanded by now, and this is what the message will deliver to this conference, that there will be no longer lobby groups, so that we can become to focus to one program, and that's the program of renewing the ANC and rebuilding it.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Ayanda, that is Speedy Mashilo. He is the deputy chairperson of the ANC here in the province, and he is one of those leaders of the ANC that have been deployed to oversee this conference. Well, as we have heard, there's been delays in as far as the start of this conference is concerned, mainly because there's been some requests to alter some of the names of the delegates attending this conference. But as we have heard, he is optimistic that here it will be a smooth and peaceful conference, and they'll ensure that as the leadership of the ANC, they try and unite the ruling party in this province, despite the fact that coming to these conferences, there's been different lobby groups involved. Ayanda.
Mweli Masilela, thanks very much indeed. Mweli's live to us there from White River in Mpumalanga. Interesting, the sentiments that Mweli is conveying with us. They are really mirroring what's currently taking place in eThekwini at the moment, where there's been an over hours delay to the start of that conference. Mweli, thank you for your time. And we understand that what is also taking place in eThekwini is a hotly contested elective conference. Zandile Gumedo on the one side, she's seen to be RET leaning. On the other side is Thabani Nyawosi, who's the current speaker, I should say, of the eThekwini municipality. He seems to be leaning towards Cyril Ramaphosa's faction, so to speak. Each of the candidates who are vying for the top post of chairperson have their own slates. However, they too are hoping that there'll be a whole lot more of a unified party on the other side of this highly contentious and contested elective conference. So we're watching both of these conferences for the ANC, while President Cyril Ramaphosa also continues with his imbizo and the inspection there in the Free State.